Good morning. We'll start session 2 on chapter reproduction in animals. So in our previous session, we understood what is the definition for reproduction. We also saw a different reproductive organs in male as well as in female. Basically, there are two types of reproduction. One is sexual type of reproduction and another is asexual type of reproduction. Basically, children, in this chapter, reproduction in animals, we are going to study or we are going to touch each topic briefly. You have a same chapter repeated in your 10th standard where we understand about each of these processes in detail. So here we are going to just touch upon every part in brief. So let's understand now next what is fertilization. The process of fusion of gametes. Gametes, when we talk about male sperm, it is sperms, and female, it is egg. So the process of fusion of gamete to form a zygote is known as fertilization. So in fertilization we have two types, internal fertilization and external fertilization. Let us first understand the difference between internal fertilization and external fertilization. Now, the name itself will suggest internal, which is something happening inside, external, which is something happening outside. That means the fertilization which happens inside the female body is called as internal fertilization. The fertilization which occurs outside the female body, yes children, fertilization will also happen outside the body. We'll understand where. So the fertilization which occurs outside the female body is called as external fertilization. In internal fertilization, less number of eggs are produced because gametes, when we talk about, it is female egg, right? So very less number of eggs are produced. Hence, the survival chances of the offspring is high. Though the number of eggs are very less, still the survival chances are high. When we talk about large number of eggs are produced, that is only because large numbers of eggs are produced, survival chances of the offspring is low. Now, what is an offspring? Now, offspring is nothing but, see, I told we get a zygote here. That zygote further develops to an embryo, to a fetus, and then a baby is born, right? So, offspring is nothing but parents. When we talk about parents to the children, it's called as an offspring. Large number of eggs are produced. That is why there are very low chances of survival. Example for internal fertilization is animals, human beings, etc. External fertilization is aquatic animals like fishes and frog. So let's understand more about how external fertilization happens in aquatic animals, that is about frog. So, when we talk about external fertilization, now frogs and toads reproduce by laying eggs. So, what these two is, they reproduce these by laying eggs in stream, pond or water bodies as what we have told, etc. Right? So, here when female frogs will lay thousands of eggs, and these eggs are not the type of eggs what we say hen's egg or duck's egg what we see. No, they are not that type. They are jelly-like structure. They do not have any hard covering from them, right? That means it is a jelly-like structure type of eggs which are, eggs are nothing but the gametes here, right? For reproducing. So these are laid. That jelly-like structure will hold those many thousands of eggs together, right? But still, as I had told in external fertilization, the survival of the offspring is nothing but the young ones, children. So it is very less only because when these eggs are laid, they don't have any external protection for them, right? So if any water body can wash them away, heavy rains, storm or anything can just wash them away. That means their survival chances are very, very less. Then, so they are jelly-like structure, that because it is a jelly-like structure, it can hold them together. Then, now what does the male do? Now the male frogs will deposit the sperms over these eggs. That means there are thousands of eggs which are there, jelly-like structure which are there together. Now the frog will lay the sperm, deposit the sperm on the eggs. So that is something called as a external fertilization, which happens outside the body. Females will lay egg and male frog will deposit the sperms over them. Now in that, how many sperms will go enter the egg and the fusion will take place further? Survival chances are very less, because it's in the water body, children. That is why. That is how the external fertilization takes place in the frog and other water animal. Fishes, the same way it happens. Internal fertilization, when we talk about, let us first discuss about animals which lay eggs here. Not all the animals. Like for example, if I talk about hens, hens lay eggs, right? Now, how does that process? The whole process happens externally or part of the process happens internally? Let's understand. Hens lay eggs, we know that. Here, it is called as internal fertilization. Why? Because the zygote formation. So, how it is done? Because the zygote formation is done. Now, how is this zygote formation done? Zygote formation is done inside the female hen's body due to the fusion of male and female gametes, right? That is fixed. That is, we know what is fertilization. Then zygote is formed. We know that the process of fertilization leads to a formation of a zygote. Zygote formation is done. Cell division is done. That is, it's a single cell. It goes on dividing further, right? So then, once it goes on dividing further, that egg develops a hard shell cover outside the body. Now, once the hard shell is developed, the hen is ready to lay the eggs, right? That means hard cover shell is formed. The hen, I've written twice, the hen lays egg. Now, once the hen has laid the egg, so that zygote is formed. Now, zygote to embryo it has to form, right? And this embryo will start developing. Now, zygote to embryo is formed, right, children? This embryo is still not developed. That embryo will take 3 weeks to develop to form into a chick. Now, how does this 3 weeks? Now, you have seen that sometimes when we discuss about human fertilization, where we discuss that, sometimes babies are kept in incubator, right? A premature baby, when we talk about, that's only because mother's womb can provide the warmth for the baby, for the fetus, what we say. Now here, have you seen the hen, at least not live anywhere, but still have you seen in cartoons where the hen will go and sit over the egg for some time, right? Not for some time actually, it is continuously for 3 weeks. So that the particular warmth is given by the hen to the eggs, and then it will develop. That embryo will develop into a chick after a 3 weeks. So hen sits over the egg to produce it with its warmth. So that is how the internal fertilization is done. But here what has happened? Fertilization is internal, but development of embryo further is happening external, right? This is something a different type. The same case will not happen in the human body. So what will happen here? Fertilization will happen inside the female body. Zygote is formed, then the embryo, then it will start getting the different body parts. Slowly the development stages will begin. That will develop into a fetus. Fetus, when we talk about, when the embryo has just developed into its body organs or body parts. Then that will take a particular number of days, once what we call, and then a baby is born. We just understand that in a brief about human fertilization. So, before we go, let us understand the difference between a zygote and an embryo. So, a zygote is a single cell. Now, we know when a zygote is formed, right? So, embryo is more than one cell. So, zygote is formed immediately, that is, it is formed as the fertilization process occurs. The process of fertilization gives to the formation of the zygote. That is what we have been studying since yesterday, and today is a beginning of the class. Embryo, it is formed after the fertilization process. So in a zygote, no well-defined organs or tissues are developed, or we can see, right? Wherein in embryo, the body parts and tissues are well-defined. So you can say, first process is the fertilization process, where it gives rise to a zygote, and then the next stage is the embryo. Now, when we talk about fertilization in humans, now here as I had told, we'll just touch briefly upon this, and in detail again you study in your standard 10th. So when a sperm fuses with ovum, that's a process of fertilization. The nuclei of the sperm and egg combine together to form a single nucleus. So the nuclei which is present in the sperm as well as in the egg, they fuse together and form a single nucleus. Zygote is formed, that is what the formation is done. Once the zygote is formed, it possesses the characteristics of both the parents. Now this you study in detail about heredity. So what is heredity? Transferring of the characters from parents to offspring, what we say. Parents to young ones, parents to progeny. So that is what you are transferring the characters. Like right from your height, hair color, your skin color, all these things will come. You study in detail in heredity chapter in standard 10th. So zygote is formed which possesses all the characteristics of both the parents. Now formation of embryo. Now once the zygote is formed, later the cell division takes place. It goes on dividing further and then it gives rise to the formation of embryo, and hence it is thus the embryo is embedded in the uterus. Embedded in the sense implanted in the uterus. So you can say it is a home. Uterus is a home where the embryo further starts developing into a fetus and then to a baby. Now what do you mean by a fetus? Now presently when we talk about an embryo, the body parts and tissues are well defined, we have told, but this will slowly start developing. Once the body parts are well defined, we can identify the body parts. At that point of time, we call that as a fetus. So the body parts develop. When parts can be identified at that point of time, we call that as a fetus. Medical terms wise, we do not call a baby always. So whenever you go to a doctor always terms that as a fetus until once the baby comes out, then it is a baby. Until then it is a fetus, right? Because we can identify the body parts. So the fetus develops in mother's womb for 9 months, and that is the gestation period for what you can say in human beings. The gestation period depends upon one animal to another. For human beings it is 9 months, for elephants it is different, for dog it is different, for cat it is different. So different animals have different gestation period. So we need not study about different animals now. We human beings have, females, they keep the baby or a fetus in the womb for 9 months, and then the baby is developed, and then the baby is, not developed, and then the baby is born, right? So this is the process of fertilization which will happen. Now, right from the beginning what we discussed was, every month a egg is released from a oviduct, that is from the fallopian tube, right? So when that egg fuses with a sperm, then the fertilization process will take place. But in certain females' body, oviduct is blocked, or you can say the fallopian tube is blocked. If the fallopian tube is blocked, how will it release the egg and the fallopian tube will carry the egg? The egg cannot travel through the fallopian tube itself. Under such cases, if they undergo what you can say is, which is called as a test tube babies. Test tube babies in the sense babies are not born in test tube. The baby is born in the process, a certain process which is called as a IVF, in vitro fertilization. Now what is this process? Here in this process, from a healthy female, a egg is taken and a healthy sperm is taken from a male. These both are fused externally, right? In the external environment, in the safe place they are fused, and once it is fused, it is kept in the safe observation for some small period of time. That means a zygote is formed. Once it fuses in the outside environment, in the external part, what I can say here. So it is fused, a zygote is formed. This zygote is kept safely externally, and then it is implanted into the female's body, that is in the uterus, by some medical procedure, and that a baby is born through this procedure, that is babies born through IVF procedure are called as test tube babies. So you have a small part given in the textbook about it. Some 1 or 2 marks questions may arise in it. So this is about what we can say is fertilization in human beings. Some more few interesting things what we will discuss in the next session.